In this tutorial, we will look at how to start a Google Classroom and explore some of the features. First thing that you want to do is make sure that you're logged in with your at longbeachschools.net login. And you can just verify that by going to the upper right-hand corner and making sure that your initial or any icon that you've chosen is in the upper right. And when you hover over it, it will come up with your at longbeachschools.net credential or any other login that you have. If it says at gmail.com, you need to log out, close your browser, and re-log in with at longbeachschools.net. To get to the classroom, once you're logged in, go to the waffle, which are these 9 dots, and then click. And then in most of our screens, when we're logged in with at longbeachschools.net, the classroom icon will be in the upper right corner, the one that I'm hovering over right here. So click on it. And this is the Google Classroom main screen. From this screen, what we want to do is we want to come over here to the plus sign. It's this one right here. Click on it. We have 2 options. One option is to join a class, and the other option is to create a class. For our purposes right now, we want to create a class, so that's what we'll choose. Then we're given this dialog, and I will name this class test. And you can put any other information you like. I usually like to put my room number and whatever subject I'm teaching. Section is optional. This information comes up in the display screen. You can see all these different classes here and all the different information different people put in. Then when you're ready and all your information is in, just click Create. And right now the class is being created. And then once it pops up, then we have several options in the new Google format. Google was updated recently. They changed things to a stream and classwork model, which is different than it used to be, but all the same stuff is still there. So in this stream right here, everything that we post ends up coming here. So up here where it says share something with your class, you can send your class messages. Basically, the difference is the old way. Any announcements that you would put were down here in the lower right-hand corner with a plus sign. That's not there anymore. You just click share something with your class, and those are for announcements and messages. Now, if you would like to start with classwork, you click the classwork icon, and this is where you would post questions and actually put work. And people is where you manage who's in your class. So let's go ahead and start with that. We'll click on people. And then students, okay, it says invite students or give them the class code, and this is the class code right here. So that's how you would get students in your class. You'd display the class code. The students would come to the main screen, and I'll just go back to that. The students would come up here to the plus sign, but instead of clicking create class, they would click join. And I'm going to go back to that people screen. And once they enter in the class code that you've either projected or written on the board, then this blank area will be populated with all of your students, and then you can go ahead and start assigning work. So the next section is classwork, and this is where most of the magic happens. So it says assign work to your class here, create assignments and questions, and use topics to organize classwork into modules or units. So there we can click create. And we have a couple of different options. We can put an assignment in. We can put a question in. We can also add materials. Or if we originally did not assign an assignment to go to all of our classes, this is where we can click reuse post. And let's say we made an assignment for first. We forgot to copy it to third. All we'd have to do is reuse the post and then copy the assignment over. So in order to create an assignment, you just click assignment. Put the title of the assignment here, any instructions that you have, and then you have the option of either creating, let's say like a Google Slides format where you want the kids to fill in the Google Slides. You could add that, or the other way that you could do it is you could have the students create a Google Slide themselves and add all that information in. All you'd have to do is just title it and put all the instructions that you want the kids to do right here, and and then they'll be ready to go. So that's how you create and add an assignment. It kind of works the same way with a question. You just click create and then question. Then you write your question in, and then it can either be a short answer question where you want the students to write their answers in, or you can choose multiple choice and give the students a couple of different options. In all of these screens, you have optional points. You can make it ungraded or you can make it worth points, due dates, and then you can sort things by topics. So this is how you get started in Google Classroom. In the next tutorial, I'll go over how to add an assignment in and then how students will turn it in.